Hey, going out to the CannaTech group. We're back. We're back with the new name. We all know about that. We were 420 MSP. We rebranded as the CannaTech group. We already had that podcast, but we're back with the RSPA, who has not rebranded, with Jim and Kathy. How are both of you doing? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Harry.
Happy New Year.
All right, so let's talk content, curriculum and content. What are you guys doing over there? You're doing a heck of a lot of curriculum development in the cannabis field.
We are. Kathy, you want to talk about Accelerate in general?
Sure. So probably the middle of last year, the association launched what is our first ever learning management platform. So it's a way for our membership
to
access online courses that are industry specific, industry focused. And then the other thing that we started to do in conjunction with that is build very specific retail IT industry curriculum. And we do that by leveraging the experts in our community. We work with them and we build courses that people can take, they can interact with and learn from. And this is content that you can't really buy anywhere else because it's so specific to what we are doing in the retail IT space. And one of the places that we've really accelerated, which happens to be the name of the platform, that's what we're calling it. So there was a pun intended. One of the places where we've really accelerated production of content is in the cannabis arena. So we've created, I think we're working on our third or fourth original piece of education. And the topics that we've been covering are anywhere from just kind of a basic introduction to CannaTech and what the opportunity is for members who are not as familiar with it. And we've kind of moved up from there and we've talked about qualities of successful VARs in this space. We're working on some overviews and in-depth explanations of the technology that helps to run the dispensaries and how that all works together and bundling. And then we've also, on Jim, you might have to help me with this, on one of our recent cannabis community meetings, we had Dr. Paul Seaborn. Am I saying that correctly?
Yep. Oh yeah. Paul,
yep.
friend of Harry's pod. That's for sure.
Okay, there we go. So he spoke with us, and so we were able to record that and put that out there for members as well. So we're building unique education content, and right now we're really focused. We've got a lot of content that we're developing in the cannabis arena.
Yep. And Jim, with your July, the large conference, Retail Now, I believe it is, will you have a cannabis, number one, will you have a cannabis track? Number two, will you be leveraging some of this content?
So yes to all of your questions there. So at Retail Now, which is our annual trade show, draws around 2,000 people. This year I'm looking at my calendar, July 24th through 26th, and that's going to be in Orlando. We are going to have a cannabis education track, and a lot of it is based on what we learned from our cannabis community, right? Which that feeds our Accelerate program as well. And our cannabis community has now continued to grow. We have over 190 members as well. One other thing that we're going to have at Retail Now that's going to help feed everything that we do CannaTech related is something that's called Startup Alley. We have one for startup ISVs. We have one for startup CannaTech companies as well. So it's an opportunity for them to exhibit, get on the show floor, and really start to meet all the VARs, all the software developers, all the vendors, all the payment companies that really make the RSPA the special community that it is. So yeah, that's kind of our default. Are you going to do this in CannaTech? And the answer is yes. If it has to do with cannabis and have to do with retail, the RSPA and some of our members are in all likelihood doing it.
Now, final question, I'll let y'all run. Is it been your practice to have your July event where there's places with a lot of humidity?
So Kathy, you can answer that first.
Well, when we do the RFPs, we specifically ask about the humidity percentage in mid-July. Well, I guess historically, by coincidence, yes, we usually end up somewhere. However, because our conferences, that meeting is rather large, we do look at, the traditional venues in Orlando and Vegas, which are great, probably the best places to hold those types of events where everybody can be under one roof. So,
and Harry, first RSPA event I ever went to was in August in Reno, Nevada, and the hotel was not connected to the convention center. So you had to walk 2 blocks in order to do it. And the visual that I give people is, if it's a summer day, you get in the car and you turn on the heat and have the hot air blow on you in the hot car. It's exactly how it felt every day walking to and from. But now we're in a Gaylord. And so you basically go in there and you feel no heat, no humidity for the 3 days that you're there for the event. So it's an oasis among the mugginess that's sure to be experienced in late July in Orlando.
Well, just to quickly put a bookend on this conversation, the prior week in San Francisco will be the 8th annual NCIA Cannabis Business Summit, which I was thrilled to go to in December. And so take that under advisement, listeners, and the RSPA yourself. But that's going to be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of the prior week, and then there's almost certainly a several-day gap before your show begins.
Yeah, great. Looking forward to seeing you at our show, Harry.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
thank you. All right, take care, guys.